Hey everybody, back with a new episode of Merlin. Last episode, Morgana was doing her damnedest to separate Gwen and Arthur because she got a premonition that they're going to end up together on the throne. Uther was the worst about it. Merlin had to step in and save the whole thing. But Gwen and Arthur are going to bide their time, wait Uther out, and hopefully outlast Morgana's scheming. It was really fun seeing Merlin as the old man. That was just high comedy. But I'm excited for this next episode called The Sorcerer's Shadow. Is that Merlin, his shadow? That gives me maybe like everyone has like a shadow self. Is that his shadow's like an evil version of himself? It might not even be Merlin. He's not the only sorcerer, but excited to get back into it. So here we go.
Where are you headed?
Camelot. To fight in the tournament.
Is that what you're pretty new swords for?
Yeah? Let me see.
Leave him alone.
I've seen this tournament.
Give it back.
Oh.
I thought you were a fighter.
Oh. Oh.
Tell me you can't use that in the contest.
He can use what he likes. It's an open tournament. There are no rules.
Oh shit.
I'd like a room, please.
Everybody's gonna underestimate him.
You'll have to share.
But
Want a bed or not? It's not the Prince of Camelot.
I'm a servant.
I've always wanted a servant.
He didn't say yours.
Clean them.
Are you
I'm looking for a
fucking
cloth. I
kidding
don't
me?
care if you use your tongue. Clean them.
stay where you are.
Oh, so you've decided to join us
Surprise,
after all.
bitch. I bet you thought you saw the last of
I
him.
think you should put that down, sir.
What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Now, get out.
Get to stepping.
Do you think you could still win the crown?
She's trying.
them to rule, not to fight. You think I can't do both?
Would have been good for the people to see you compete one last time. But still, Arthur's probably right. You can't do everything.
She's goaded.
This is a contest like no other. It is open to all comers, including our reigning champion, the king.
Here we go.
There are no rules, no weapons are banned. The last man standing takes the prize.
Well, there is one rule that you're not supposed to use magic. So, like, you can just knock them out. Like, it's not to the death.
It's a fancy idea of having killed.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let him know that. But I'm sure that's just common knowledge.
Sorcery. Any explanation?
We mustn't jump to conclusions, sir.
What other explanation?
We bring him into this.
The guards report seeing an unnaturally bright light. Its heat so intense that it's near the end of the corridor.
It's ale cost for the tavern. They use it in their brewing.
Brewing?
Indeed, sir. It imparts a
Slick.
special flavor. Someone your size to go and beat a man like that. Sure, lots of people are going to think you're using magic.
Ooh.
My father, he left to me.
Did he have the same powers as you?
He was scared Uther would find out,
Reasonable.
that the king would discover he was a sorcerer. I'm not gonna be like him.
Because you want to be proud of who you are?
All these questions.
You remind me of someone I know.
You will be caught. Uther will have you executed.
He wants to live freely. think it's a chance he's willing to take. I don't know. This is like a Brawn thing. Is magic cheating? I don't know. Like, even if magic was okay in like normal situations and something like this, I don't know if. But they said anything goes, so why not? Oh, they're gonna tell. He's gonna tell you. Yeah, I think you gotta kill him. Yeah. I mean, that's dark, but he sucked.
If I fight my father tomorrow the way I can, I'll show him up, I'll humiliate him
Well,
in front of his people. Do you have any idea what it's like to live with a man who constantly thinks he's the best?
the lack of self-awareness.
Good luck.
And you? You'll need it.
You say sure, Father.
Come on, you can't possibly think that you can be Arthur. The only way that you could is if he lets you.
I didn't inherit this kingdom, I won it.
Okay, that was a long time ago.
Enough to take my crown. But not yet.
I forget, where's that, where's the sword that was made? Is it that one? That he wasn't supposed to use? You think he let you do that?
Come on, easy. If he wasn't my father,
Yeah. Exactly.
we'll have to put an end to this. If he fights tomorrow, either his magic will be found out, or worse, the king will die.
Is it worse? Is it? Oh, he's feeling himself.
But I'm strong, you don't realise. They're showing me respect. You don't know what that's like for me.
I do.
No. No, no one does.
I'm bound.
Wow. Merlin does not tell a lot of people.
It's time those with magic fought back.
Gilly,
You can't tell me what to do.
you need to learn to use your magic for good. That is its true purpose.
Honestly, it's probably a greater good.
Apologize for who I am. You've been pretending for so long now that you've actually forgotten who you are,
Ooh.
That's not true.
Ooh.
isn't it?
No.
It's a little tea.
It's time someone struck a blow for the likes of you and me.
I mean, I do think this is changing Gilly for the worse. But he has a lot of points. I mean, why are you defending him? For Arthur? For the... Go to Camelot? You're calling the dragon? It's that serious?
You've forgotten me.
Damn.
I don't think so.
The problem is, young warlock, that you wish to talk, but you don't wish to listen.
Ooh.
The last time we met, you chose to ignore my advice.
Merlin's getting red for filth.
I'm sorry.
You, like I, must hold hope that Arthur will bring about a new age. An age where the likes of you and I are respected once again.
Well, let's bring it
If
on.
he sees his father killed through the use of magic,
Oh, that's
it
true.
will harden his mind forever.
Arthur, even you could beat him.
That was shitty. You know your second fight. Oh, you are stepping in. Ooh, don't let him see that. Oh, don't let him see that either. You gotta be discreet. Oh, he went for it. Did you see his eyes? God, now Uther's gonna have a big ass head, bigger than it already is. Look at me. Even though he got a lot of assistance from Merlin and also Arthur.
You'd won. But you were going to kill the king anyway? There's no honor in that.
It's justice.
One day magic will be permitted once again.
How?
When that day arrives,
Arthur doesn't like magic right
you'll no
now.
longer have
You're
to
not doing
hide
anything
anymore.
about
Our
that.
gifts will be recognized, and we will be free.
One day.
Who knows? Maybe then our paths will cross again.
I'd like that to
I
happen.
hope so.
Oh, they will.
Suddenly, the old fighting spirit kicked
Oh my
in.
god, how long do we have to hear about
Deep,
this?
found my strength, and the whole thing just began to flow. It is Arthur who should have claimed the prize,
But sadly, he wasn't good enough.
because he threw the fight.
Oh, you know. Okay, well, that's
I
good.
might save face.
Why'd you put him in that
You did.
position?
I have followed your progress with a sword since you were a boy. I'm proud of you.
That's some good eating.
Oh, I don't deserve it.
All right.
What are you doing?
You said you didn't deserve it.
Take it back.
Pretty delicious.
Guys,
Oh,
All right.
fortune favors the brave. Come on.
Thanks.
He's just fucking with you. Okay, well, I like this episode, but it does hit at something that I feel is like a fundamental issue I have with the show, which is that they keep forcing this idea that Uther is almost like a necessary evil. Like, it's better for him to be in power rather than to have anyone rise up against him that may shake the balance. I don't know if I agree. Gilly had a lot of points, and I do think he was being changed by going for this glory play. But his reasoning behind it was sound and called Merlin out a little bit, which may be fair. Merlin needs to maybe, like, he keeps thinking like, oh, there's going to be this day that comes. And, you know, it very may well come, you know, with Arthur in power. But Arthur's still a problem too when it comes to magic. Y'all kind of lost that battle to more ghosts for now. I believe that Arthur can be turned around. I think once Arthur eventually finds out that Merlin is a sorcerer, he's going to have to reevaluate. But how long should someone have to wait if they want to live freely as themselves? This metaphor that we've talked about a lot, like relating magic to queerness, is just so obvious to me anytime they go into this kind of like debate about magic and being free and living as who you are. So it's a tough sell to me to be like, no, just stay closeted and just wait until like this day that may never arrive for someone. It sucks. But, you know, I agree with the dragon. If it would have come out that Gilly used magic to kill the king, if that had happened, you probably would have lost Arthur forever on the magic issue. So I can see why you would want to stop him. I think that was enough for him to intervene. If that wouldn't have, like, if Gilly could have done it, just killed him outright, and Arthur never find out at all that magic was involved, then what's the problem? But I guess it's a chance too big to take. You don't want to lose Arthur on this because he is the future. And if you're planning for this future where you can live freely, Arthur's a huge part of that. But I mean, Morgana would be okay with magic. Like, I think Morgana is like, I don't think we're going to be able to bring her back. But, and I don't think she would rule. I don't think she would be a good ruler just because she's so blinded by who she's become. And Arthur's obviously going to be the one that's on the throne. So it's definitely a nuanced issue, but I really like what they did with Gilly. He is a bit of a mirror to Merlin and what Merlin could do and maybe should do in some situations. I would like for Merlin to work on Arthur now. Don't wait until he's king. Get him back into being sympathetic towards the use of magic. Why do you need to wait until he's on the throne? I can't wait for the day that Merlin knows that Arthur knows that Merlin has magic. I think that's going to change everything. And I think Arthur's going to be against it initially. But come on. Merlin and Arthur have been through far too much for him to hate who Merlin is once he really finds out about his abilities. And like, how big of an asset is it to have this super strong sorcerer as like your right-hand man? So ultimately he'll get there, but start now, make this future happen now. You can't tell these people that have these abilities to just wait it out forever. Like, this is their lives, you know? But I really enjoyed the conversations between Gilly and Merlin, and I am sympathetic to Merlin's side of it. But it's like an overall issue that I have with the politics of the show. I'm not 100% in love with how they handled the Morgana arc. I think you could have made it a lot more nuanced. She doesn't have to be so obviously evil to be the antagonist of the show. It's a reimagining of the like, it could still go down the wholly same way, but it could be a little bit more nuanced in how you portray these antagonists. But you know, I like this episode quite a lot, and it does open up an interesting discussion. So I think that's something, but I'll just probably fundamentally never totally agree with the message of the show, which is fine. I know this is literally based on shit that's been around for a really long time, and this is just one interpretation of it. And I love the characters, and I know that it's going to be a happy ending, and we're going to get to where we need to get about the magic issue. But this episode just highlights some issues that I have with the whole premise. But it was interesting, and I like to see Merlin struggle about it. It wasn't easy for him to step in, but he was a bit of a mentor to Gilly, and I think Gilly came around to understanding that how he was using magic wasn't the best. But I do hope we see him again, and the way they ended it makes me think that we might. So that's exciting. And I'm glad that Uther knows that Arthur threw that match. Come on. But why put him in that position? Why make him look weak in front of the people he's going to lead? You know that's going to happen. He still had to have his last bit of glory. Whatever. He's so fucking unlikable. I don't care that he really loves Morgana and Arthur. That's not enough to want him to still be empowered. Whatever. But yeah, good episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.